Welcome to Arsenal Kids Podcast.
Hello and welcome to Arsenal Kids Podcast. My name is Madi and I'm joined by my co-host Ben. It is great to have you join us on this episode together.
Yes, hello listeners, hello Maddie. Welcome to episode 186. And Maddie, it's going to be a short episode as we contemplate some seriously bad defeats this episode.
For both men's team in the Champions League and the Premier League and the women's team in the Super League.
It has not been the greatest week for the Gunners team. So we're going to focus very shortly on those 4 games in part 1.
But in part 2, we have some good news.
We do, and that is that our under-16 side have lifted the 24-25 Premier League Cup for the first time.
And we hope that there is still more success for our club during the remainder of the season.
Yes, let's hope so. But before we get to all our content, a quick reminder to please follow, like, and subscribe so that we can keep growing our Arsenal Kids community.
Because we would love for you to join us on this adventure together.
We would indeed. And Maddie, let's take the games in order, shall we? Starting with the men's UEFA Champions League semi-final first leg played at Emirates Stadium.
And the semi-final hangs in a balance despite us losing 1-0 to PSG in the first leg.
Yes, Paris Saint-Germain's Ousmane Dembele's superb 4th-minute strike gives the French side a slender lead when we cross the channel for the return game coming up in the coming days. But we had our moments and thought we had equalised early in the second half. But Mikel Merino saw a header ruled out for offside by VAR. PSG may have beaten us for the first time ever, but with memories of heroic European victories this season fresh in our memory, everything is still to play for.
As we look to reach our second ever Champions League final.
Yes, let's hope so. Moving on then, straight from that game to the women's team. They were in Super League action following their win in France, and they were beaten 5-2 by Aston Villa in midweek as former gunner Jordan Nobbs opened the scoring at Villa Park before Kirsty Hansen smashed in their second just on the brink of half-time. Chastity Grant gave us an even bigger mountain to climb with a goal right at the start of the second half, and Rachel Daly made it 4 with just over half an hour remaining. Stina Blackstenius was able to pull one back in the 67th minute, and Alessia Russo got another moments later before Grant completed her brace.
And then in the next game, the men's team let a 1-goal lead slip at home to fall to a disappointing defeat.
Yes, Maddie, as they lost to Bournemouth in the Premier League. Declan Rice marked his 100th Gunners appearance with a well-taken goal to give us the lead in the first half, rounding the keeper after Martin Odegaard's through ball. But the visitors levelled midway through the second half when Dean Huysen headed in from a long throw, and then the Cherries won it with another set piece when Evan Ilson bundled the ball over the line from a corner.
And what does this mean for the team in the Premier League, Ben?
Well, Maddie, it leaves the team in second place with 3 games to go, but with just a 3-point advantage on Manchester City in third. Still a lot for the team to do if they want to finish second again this season.
And then in our 4th defeat in the last 4 games, and the women's lost again in the Super League.
Yes, another disappointing defeat as Brighton and Hove Albion hit 4 past us at Broadfield Stadium. Caitlin Ford scored her 13th goal of the season to draw us level in the first half, and Mariona Caldente hit a beautiful strike in injury time, but neither proved enough to withstand what was a courageous Brighton side beating us for their first time ever.
And what does this mean for for the team in the Super League then?
Well, Maddie, with now just one game to go in the Super League, Arsenal sit in second place with recent results meaning Chelsea have secured the title. Our last game is against Manchester United and they sit 1 point below us in the table. So if we draw or win, we're going to finish second overall, but a loss will mean we finish third. So let's hope we can turn this form slump around.
Let's hope so. Well, okay, well, let's leave it there for part 1. We'll be right back after this with part number 2. Welcome back, and Ben, let's focus on some good news, shall we?
Yes, Maddie, let's do that. And the good news is that our under-16 side, men's side, have lifted the 2024-25 season Premier League Cup for the first time after beating Chelsea in the final 3-1. Played at the West Londoners' King Meadow home, both teams came close to breaking the deadlock in the first half when they both hit the woodwork.
But we snatched the lead second before halftime,
with Kyron Thompson scoring from close range. But then, on the hour mark, Josiah King escaped behind the Blues backline and showed good composure to finish past the keeper to make it 2-0 and give us some breathing room.
And then the silverware was wrapped up 10 minutes before time.
Yes, as Marley Frohock added a third from range 10 minutes from time to start the celebrations. While the Blues did get one back deep into stoppage time, our young Gunners saw out the final stages to win the competition. And Michael Donaldson's side topped a challenging group which included Liverpool, Crystal Palace and Birmingham City, before they went on to win the quarterfinal against Manchester City 3-1 and the semi-final against Blackburn Rovers 4-0 before taking home the cup in the final.
Let's hope they are not the last Gunners team to win the trophy this season.
Let's hope they are not the last Gunners to win a trophy this season, but credit to this young team who continue to develop with the right attitude and ambition.
Okay, well, let's leave it there. Okay, well, let's wrap it up for this episode. Thanks again for joining us at Arsenal Kids Podcast.
Before we sign off, we want to express our gratitude for your continued support. If you haven't already, please follow, like, and subscribe so you don't miss us in the future. Remember, your love for the beautiful game is what fuels our passion.
And we would love for you to spread the word about Arsenal Kids Podcast.
Yes, please share our podcast with other Arsenal kids you know and help us to grow this amazing community together.
We hope to join you back on the pitch again soon.
Keep the spirit of the game alive, and until next time,
Goodbye.